So what is FireGuard at basic training? So I just had somebody leave a comment on one of my videos asking what FireGuard is at basic training, and basically how long is it, what do you do, what can't you do, just some general questions about what FireGuard is, because I've probably mentioned this a few times before, but I don't think I've really explained it really in a video. I've also had questions in the past where people have asked me and I've just answered it in comment format. But I figured, you know, what the heck, I will make a video on this on what FireGuard is at basic training. So it's not super overly complicated. It's just basically just a few things. So you have FireGuard and CQ. They're basically the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and explain FireGuard, and then CQ, I will explain it afterwards. But when you're at basic training, you're going to get this, or you're going to be told what this is, and you're going to have to do it the first night at reception. So this is when you're going to first get incorporated into this whole military FireGuard CQ duties kind of thing that you have to do in the military. So when you get to reception, basically what FireGuard is going to be 1 hour of waking up at some time in the middle of the night and doing some kind of cleaning. You're going to be counting people. You're going to be guarding the area, okay? So the time frames for when FireGuard starts is the moment that everybody goes to bed, when lights out is. So let's say lights out is at 2100, and then you're supposed to wake up at 0400. So then from 2100 to 0400, every single hour, there's going to be a couple people up at a time doing FireGuard, okay? So again, the different things that you're going to be doing on FireGuard, you're gonna be cleaning, you're gonna be mopping, you're gonna be cleaning the bathrooms, you're gonna be sweeping, you're going to be just doing different various cleaning things. Now, in the military, like, you're doing those things all the time. So basically, cleaning and mopping, cleaning the bathrooms and all that stuff, those are the real big things that you're gonna be doing. And sometimes there might be a list of things to do. So if there's 21, 22, 23, 24, and so that'd be 7 hours. Okay, so 7 hours or 7 1-hour shifts. So let's say that the drill sergeant, whoever it is, they come up with 7 cleaning tasks, or maybe you come up with them yourself. So it'll be 7 cleaning tasks, and each hour that 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever people, they have to complete that task. So sweep the hallways, sweep the stairs, mop the hallway, mop the stairs, clean the bathroom stalls, clean the bathroom sinks. Those are different things that are going to be accomplished during that FireGuard time. Now, they're not going to take the whole time. Usually these things only take about 15 minutes or so. So you're going to wake up, you're going to make sure you're ready and everything, and then you're going to go and complete whatever task you have to do. Usually should take probably around 15-20 minutes, and then you're just going to be kind of sitting there for the rest of the hour waiting to go back to sleep. Now, you can't go to sleep during FireGuard. That is a big no-no. You shouldn't be like using any kind of light sources other than a red lens flashlight. So you will get a L-shaped, so it's like shaped like this, an L-shaped red lens flashlight. So you should only be using red light during FireGuard. You shouldn't really be doing too much talking and waking, you know, to wake people up or whatever. It should just be kind of you just chilling there. Maybe you and your battle buddy, you're just sitting there talking, hanging out for that whole FireGuard shift. And so that's basically what you're going to do at reception. When you get to basic training, so after reception to basic training, it's basically a very similar thing, except for one key difference. So I didn't mention one thing, but I'll add this here. But except for one key difference, you're going to be counting people as a regular thing. So in reception, you should be counting people. So you'll have one person that just goes around and says, okay, there's 40 people, and you keep track of that every single hour. So every single hour somebody counts, just to make sure that nobody's running away. And that's pretty much the reason why you're counting people. But when you get to reception or basic training, there's probably going to be some kind of desk in your bay area, and you're going to have somebody sitting there on FireGuard duty. And if anybody wakes up in the middle of the night to go use the latrine, which is the bathroom, latrine is like the Army's way of saying bathroom. something really weird whenever you first get to reception. People start saying, can I use the latrine? Can I use the latrine? And I was like, what the heck is the latrine? And anyways, I started figuring out that the latrine is the bathroom. But you have people wake up in the middle of the night, and for us, what we did was, or for my whole company, what we did was we went up to that little desk thing, we dropped off our dog tags, just so that we could keep track of, where the person they're going to the bathroom. Also, in the middle of the night at basic training, you might have to do laundry because you might not always have time to do laundry during the day, so you will wake yourself up and go, change your laundry load from the washer to the dryer and then pick it up a little in the morning. So that's another thing that you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to basically let the people know in the Bay Area that you're going to get the laundry, and you're gonna do that. Now again, the fire guard duties are basically the same. You're gonna be doing all those cleaning duties for each hour shift, okay? And finally, what I want to talk about is the CQ duty. I honestly don't really know what CQ duty stands for. I've always just heard CQ duty, but basically that is more of a lookout kind of thing of a bigger area. You're not just like in the barracks. You are in some other area. So you could be watching the battalion area, you could be watching the CTA area under the barracks, and basically what their job is to basically monitor what's going on. So if it's like 2 in the morning or whatever, and there's nothing that's supposed to be happening, if there's strange people walking by, like, you should be paying attention to that, documenting that, and you should have a radio. The CQ people will have the radio to radio a drill sergeant and say, hey, this funky thing is going on right now. Maybe you should check it out or whatever. There also another duty that they should be logging is the people coming down and around or whatever. So in the case of CQ duties in the CTA area, which is basically just the area under the barracks, okay? So you have the barracks where you're gonna be sleeping in the bay areas. Then you have the area under that where you'll have formations and stuff like that. So if you ever see pictures of people in formations and it seems like they're under this little, I don't know, kind of like bridge looking thing, but it's the building. Upstairs is where they're gonna sleep and then downstairs is the CTA. But there's gonna be CQ people down there, and if a soldier ever goes down there, they have to check in with the CQ just so that they can write it down. And then as well as they're also going to be getting the count numbers from the barracks. So for us, what happened, every single hour, remember, you're going to be counting the amount of people in the barracks, okay? Then every single hour, you're going to take that number and take it down to the CQ desk, those CQ soldiers who are down there, and you're going to tell them how many people you have in your platoon currently that you have counted. And again, this is just to make sure that nobody is running away, because people will try to run away. So if you're counting and you're like, okay, there's 48 people, and then the next hour there's 47 people, and you're just like, okay, what the heck, where's this other person? And then you go to the Bay Area desk and you're like, okay, has anybody left? And they're like, no. And then you go down to the CQ area and you're like, has anybody left? And they say no. Well, then you might have some kind of weird situation where somebody is trying to run away, or maybe somebody just literally just so happened to go to the bathroom and they didn't let somebody know about it, because it's a serious issue with people running away at basic training. It happens, but like every cycle. Weird little tangent story real quick. If somebody does run away or try to commit suicide or something like that, then every single night somebody's additional fire guard duty is basically going to be to sit next to the person's bed, like sit next to their bed and watch them as they sleep. That is literally going to be somebody's job, especially like somebody tries to kill themselves at basic training, which it does happen, and they fail. Hopefully they will fail, but if they fail, your job or somebody's job every single hour is going to be just sit and just watch that person as they sleep, just to make sure that they don't try to run off or try and kill themselves again. So that's another little duty. But It's not too complicated. Again, you're basically going to be cleaning. You're going to have 1 hour shifts. If you are in trouble, so that's a thing that might change. If you are in trouble, like your whole platoon, like my platoon was at one point, we had 100% fire guard, and that means that everybody is going to have to pull a fire guard shift at night. So currently the way it'll be for most of you guys, unless again you're in trouble, is you're just going to have 2, 3, 4 people up at each given hour, and then the way that'll work out is you won't have fire guard every night. You'll have it every 2 or 3 nights or 4 nights, depending on how many people you have and depending on how many people you have on fire guard. But if you are in trouble, you might have 100% fire guard where you're gonna have 7 or 8 people up at night, and it's not like you need that many people. It's just that it's just a little torturing feature where you're gonna be losing some sleep. So we actually did that. It was like 3 weeks of straight 100% fire guard, which sucked. One last thing before I cut off this video, I almost forgot to mention one really important job of the fire guard soldiers. Okay, so I get this question a lot. So how do you wake up at basic training? Is it the drill sergeant is banging on pots and pans, flicking the lights on and off, and throwing everything all around? No, that is not how you get woken up at basic training. That's only how you will get woken up if somebody screwed up, if somebody did something wrong, okay? So that's the only reason that's going to happen. The way you're going to wake up in the mornings is you're going to have fire guard, the last shift of fire guard. They're going to go around and literally just wake up everybody individually. They might be the ones that flip on the light, so they might go around and nudge everybody and say, hey, it's time to wake up, hey, it's time to wake up, hey, it's time to wake up. And then if nobody wakes up, they'll flip on the lights or whatever. Because for us, for a little side reason, like we weren't allowed to have the lights on until it was actually like time to wake up, because what we would do is we would wake up about 10 minutes earlier just to make sure everybody's ready on time. So that's a little tip for you guys. Lose 5-10 minutes of sleep and it'll save you a lot of hassle. So that's one main job of the fire guard, and it's also super duper key. So that's it for this video. I hope it cleared up any confusion that you guys had about fire guard, what they are, or like who they are, what you do, kind of their roles and responsibilities, and how long fire guard is going to be. Because that's just going to be it. So at basic training, even at AIT, it's basically going to be the exact same thing that you're going to be you're going to be doing. It doesn't change until after the military, but I don't want to cover, or after training, but I don't want to cover that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. That would be awesome. If you have any other questions, leave your comments down below, and subscribe if you want to stick around for some more videos, and I will see you guys later.